good morning. We're just checking out this Wolverine pelt I picked up from Lee, the guy that does my tanning for me. Did another nice job. All the paws are wide open. It was pre-skinned already. And not a huge Wolverine, but it's gonna be a nice one to add to our collection of wall hangers. He does the wolves for me as well, and he's been doing some links and stuff for other people. So we'll go check that out here in his shop and he'll give us some tips. But yeah, a nice looking Wolverine. Let's go see what Lee has to say. Well, we're gonna go see Lee and see how things are going. He's my tanner. And see what is all going on in here. Hey Lee.
Hey, Mr. Parker.
How's it going?
Good, and you?
Good, good.
Right on.
Yeah.
I just finished up the Wolverine here.
Right there?
Ready to roll.
Right on. Looks good.
Yeah, it turned out really well, I think.
Let's check her out.
Nice color, nice leather.
Yeah. Yeah, looks good. Right on. Nice crown.
Yeah, for sure.
What else you got going on in here?
Oh, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Doing some tanning here. That's got the last coat of tanning oil on it. Just going to dry it a bit, and then it'll go in the tumbler for a while, and then start that breaking process.
Right on.
Behind you there is a few other wolves, coyotes, and beavers that are basically on their last stages of drying.
Cool. Some nice wolves there and coyotes.
Yeah, turned out really well.
You got any tips for us when we bring you fur?
Yeah, we could maybe put together a few things here to go over that might improve the quality of the tanning and maybe give a few tips and hints there.
Sure. Right on. Let's set this up and take a look.
Sure.
We got the pickle soup here.
I'm gonna have to turn that. That looks decent.
Yeah.
Well, actually, that's a little thin there.
Little
too.
thin, yeah.
But the belly is it's like a football.
Yeah. Yeah, something like this, it's not worth getting tanned unless you're gonna make hats or mitts out of it, but still a wolf like this, with it being so open in the shoulders, the only real fur you're gonna get is down here. Kind of stinks, that stuff, eh?
Yeah. Here we go. Just a quick bit of info on what a stale pelt looks like and the effects of grease burn. They look good when they're fresh, but this has sat somewhere around a year now, and you can see they just turn yellow and brittle and are kind of tough to deal with. And if you leave them out, the bugs will get into them. We did have some
carcasses there, but actually if you look right in here, that little white mark, that's the bugs eating the leather. So when Lee says when you go to tan that, the hair just falls out because there's no leather there.
Yeah, there's nothing to hold the follicle in place anymore. Yeah, so that's a green one basically, stale, but here's one that's been tanned that had grease burn on it as well. We try to thin it as much as we can to get that grease stain out and make the leather look good, but there's not much you can do. I tried to thin it here and actually went too far and put a hole in it. There's just really nothing you can do. It's really tough to work with at that point. So I guess just the tip is be cognizant of your fleshing and get as much of the fat off as you can.
Yeah, and that goes for sending your animals off to auction. If you're not going to get them tanned, send them off to auction as soon as you can, because as a fur buyer, you get downgraded for that because you know it's stale and the bugs might have got into it. So when it ends up at the dresser, or they're going to make a garment out of it, not just a wall hanger like we have here, that there's going to be damage and they're going to have to do more work to that pelt to make it garment quality. And I guess we'll go over to this wolf here.
Yeah, just another sample of maybe some other uses that you can get for your fur. Obviously, this one has a pretty good case of shoulder mites and really no value on the fur market. So the owner of this one wanted it processed and dressed to make some garments. I think he has some mitts in mind. So it's a way to utilize the animal after it's been harvested, but really has zero value in the fur market.
Yeah.
Maybe a couple things to consider when you're skinning. And again, it depends what your end product use is going to be. If it's just garment, then it really doesn't matter. You can be rough. Kind of doesn't really matter about the eyes and the lips and stuff. This is almost kind of half of how you would skin a coyote, so just an example there. But we can look at another one over here that's maybe a little...
Okay, maybe bring that eye down so I can take a better look at it there. So yeah, this one's not too bad, but this one, it's all blown out. Yeah, we'll show you an example of how your eye should look, especially if you're going to use it for taxidermy or a wall hanger. You want it to present a little bit better.
So right over here, we have one that's considerably better, really nice quality, full coat on this one. The eyes are completely intact, so really nothing missing there. And the lips are done well, split, cartilage has been removed, and everything's thinned out, and we have a nice product here for either a wall hanger, or this could be rehydrated and mounted as a life size or rug or whatever at that point.
Oh yeah, perfect. Yes, you can't make a top quality pelt out of average pelt, but definitely if it's a quality pelt and you send it to the right tanner, you can get a really nice wall hanger or something that's prepared for taxidermy later, or you can get it like this one is going to be used for garments and stuff like that. And it's really up to the person processing the fur, how they're going to prepare it for either the auction or the taxidermy market.
So here's just an example of skinning for the end product. This one is a lynx that will be turned into a rug. The back cut is still the same, from paw to vent to paw. And then we split up the middle from the rear right to the base of the chin. I would leave that last little bit for your taxidermist to do, maybe just get to the base of the neck or so, and they can make that last split. And then on the front, from paw across to the other paw, and trying to stay out of the armpit, and then you don't get these really big divots, because this fur here will basically be cut off to square out that as it turns into a finished product.
Yeah, and that's the same for any animal you're going to get a rug made out of. You can split this, like Lee was saying, for like bears and stuff like that. You see a lot of people go way up in the armpit for bears, and that gets cut off. If it was whole, it'd make it look a lot nicer. And the taxidermist can square it up, make it look a lot better, versus something like this, you'd have to either sew it up to square it. Depends how bad you cut it up.
Yeah, it's actually quite an art to take a round object in life and then turn it into a flat one
Yeah.
later on. So that's why some of those cuts look a little weird at times, but that's what we're dealing with.
Right on. Well, thanks, Lee. Appreciate the lesson, and hopefully people learn. and bring good furs and stuff like that in to get them taxidermied up, and then they're happy with the end product. But basically, if it's poop that goes in, it's not as nice of a product that comes out.
Yeah, for sure. No problem. And thank you for your advertisement and promotion. I appreciate that. And you're right. A polished turd is still a turd. So
Yeah, that's right. All right. Catch you guys later.